Hello, once again, and welcome back to Right Man in the Wrong Place. My name is Luke Tatum. I react to music, and I am so glad that you're here again to watch and listen to music with me. All right, so we're going to check out a new band for the channel. This is Allt, A-L-L-T, and the song is called Echoes, and I do not know anything about this band. I completely blind going into this, so it should be a good time. If that sounds like fun to you, you are in the right place. So, again, this is the band Allt. Echoes is the song. The album is From the New World, which is 2024, so it's newer music. And this is a donation request, buy me a coffee request from Vocal. Vocal is responsible for all the baby metal reactions and all that good stuff. So, Vocal, as always, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you. And we're just gonna give this a shot. I don't have a lot to say, so I'm hitting play. Ooh, okay. Well, I may have to retract some of this later, but the initial, my really first take impressions, first 15 seconds, the resonance, just the ability to just let the guitar kind of resonate and set the tone there. I really, really like that. Like, to me, you hit play on this song and my ears perk up. This is something that has my attention. It sounds really nice. There's nothing particularly incredible about the playing of the guitar or the drums or anything like that. But it's an excellent soundscape, right? It just, ooh, what is this? Like, I want to know more. It draws me right in. So that's good. Now, this kind of like, I don't know what you say, how you describe this. The effect that is on the voice, it's almost like talking into some kind of other device. Um, I'm not the biggest fan of this effect. I've heard it in several songs before. It's not really my thing. So hopefully that's not like gonna continue the whole song. But let's back it up a little. Let's just start over. Let's start over. Cool band logo, by the way. Yeah, and a pitch bend down and really nice. Okay, so a lot going on there, and you'll have to forgive me, did not pull up the lyrics. They are in the description of the video, but it's going to make a bad video if I switch between tabs and stuff over there, right? So I'm going to pull up some lyrics. Nascent. I feel cold yet complacent. I'm going to start rapping here. Those of y'all who are new to the channel, I do have a video from many years ago of me rapping in high school. Okay, so a lost soul seeking self-medication, retracing every crack in the pavement. Will I ever find my way home? So you definitely have a sort of sense of being lost and trying to find your way, right? Retracing every crack in the pavement. You'll have to forgive me. I have a lot of allergies this week, but retracing every crack in the pavement, right? That kind of goes to this idea of rewalking familiar streets, right? You know where the cracks in the pavement are. You've been through this space before. Cold yet complacent, a lost soul seeking self-medication. You're wandering in places that are familiar. You're not expanding your horizons. You're not finding anything new. You're just hoping to figure out something new from the same old space, right? And so What is that? Well, that is, um, this is an overused trope at this point, but like the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, right? You can't do that. You can't grow and do anything new without doing anything new, right? You're not going to find something new by rewalking the same old path. And so, again, excuse me. The air tastes so bitter without you, my friend. Let's go to a world of pretend. My reverie goes on. And so this is perhaps some kind of reference to a loss, right? Either a splitting up with a friend or splitting up with, perhaps even a romantic partner, or perhaps someone who has passed away. And just kind of getting lost in the memories, maybe, of when that person was still around. Um, yeah. All right. All right. Let's go catch this again. So I do like the vocal variety in this song so far. You've got that kind of affected voice, and forgive me, I can't think of what that's called. I really love this guy's cymbal right here. I have to say that I love exotic cymbals with holes in them, those kind of things. Really nice. And I know I'm talking too much. Let's listen. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so the whole thing was an intro. I was really not expecting this. I thought that was the chorus, and we were gonna, like, kinda just go A, B, A, B for a bit. This is cool. So, 2 nice surprises. Number 1, the very beginning, I was like, this has got some texture, some depth. It's a little bit of a darker tone. I really like that. Always love darker music. But then here, this, continued to build, into this now what I assume is actually the chorus. It's almost like there was a false chorus there. So going back to the point about vocal variety, right? You had those screamed vocals, and the screamed vocals were mixed down, like they were not very loud for screaming, right? And I thought, man, that's really interesting. That's a very interesting kind of way to mute the screamed vocals. They were like behind the sung vocals in terms of volume, which is very unusual. But I liked it. And that was cool. And now we're just turning it up again, so that's awesome. Now on Lyrics Genius, it does say, it echoes in my mind, what's done is done. Your story engulfed by the tide, paint solipsistic lies to hide the truth. I can't let your memory die. So it does seem to be a song about dwelling on, someone who has passed on. And, but it says that's the chorus. And so I don't know what to make this song right now. I'm probably getting something totally wrong, but let's listen. Let's back it up a little bit again and listen. And so far, this is great. Okay, so that's the chorus, and so I read those lyrics too early. I'm not, if y'all haven't watched any videos from me before, I'm not very good at picking out words. just by listening. Most bands I can't understand. So, what I really like about this video, let's talk about the video for a second. What I love about the video so far is how much it is focused on very highly tactile things. You have a rose unfolding. Have you ever felt the petals of a rose? Though it's a very distinct, evocative image, an unfolding rose because of how it feels to touch it. And you have the crashing of an ocean wave, and you have a very quick snapshot of some sand in your hand. Sand in your hand is a very particular tactile thing, very, very distinct stuff. There's like maybe some sheer, you know not curtain, but some sheer fabric and stuff back here. There's a lot of these little things. Oh, this is what actually made me realize I needed to talk about this. The thorns perhaps of a rose, barbed wire fence, some kind of plant. And it's just very cool. It's very cool. That's kind of the theme here. So I like it. I like it. Let's go back and do this again. Very, very awesome. Really nice sound on that bass. You have some more of this, affected vocal mixed way to the right, way low. I have no idea what they're saying. But, so I don't hate that. I really do like the way this video is produced. That's a cool earring, by the way. Um, I like a lot about this, and I was initially like, I don't know if I want that vocal in there. Now I don't mind it at all. But man, this is great. Sorry to keep backing it up. I think we've basically gone through most of the lyrics at this point. It looks like we've just got a verse 2, breakdown chorus again. But I really like this. So, in a boat made of sand, try to cross to the other side, for there's a tale about a garden there where the flowers never die. But then the current swept me away. It's like I'm changing day by day. Now I'm sinking even further into the gray. And of course, in the video, you've got sort of this, gray effect. It's like a blue gray color, Arctic sort of vision for a lot of these things. It's an ocean, it's walking into the water, but it's obvious there's icebergs. It's obvious that it's, freezing, probably deadly experience to get into this water for very long. And so, but in a boat made of sand, that's a very, very interesting way to put it, right? It's a boat. There's no way that it's going to be able to sail, right? It's going to fall apart. It's a boat that is destined to break down. So you try to cross to the other side. There's a tale about a garden there where the flowers never die, right? And so there's this sort of Eden. Eden means walled garden. There's this sort of, Elysium, this place that you're trying to get to, this, grass is greener on the other side sort of thing. Like you're trying to get there. You're trying to reach this place where there's no suffering, those sorts of things. The flowers never die, right? It's perpetually good. And yet you can't get there. You're in a boat made of sand. The current swept me away. It's like I'm changing day by day and I'm sinking even further, right? So that stuff is just, I'm not sure if the point is to say you can't do this, don't try. Or if, and so, and then again, into the breakdown section, the next bit of the lyrics, it says, "Into the gray, will you still be there waiting for me? Will you still be waiting?" So it's like the friend, the lost person in this song, has already reached this point. So as it seems to be a reference to an afterlife or a heaven. But, will you be there for me is some uncertainty. And there's uncertainty about whether or not the singer, the composer, the first person entity here, can live a righteous enough life. I don't know what they believe about being saved or whatever, but can they reach that point? That's very interesting. There's a lot of powerful stuff in here. I mean, we could obviously talk about it all day, but yeah, let's listen. This is great. Again, I read lyrics too early. Ooh, cool. Ooh. Oh my god. My goodness. Okay, that was a hell of a finisher. I was about to make a comment right before that ultra heavy end. I was about to say what an excellent wall of sound kind of effect they have, and then it just hit me. So that was awesome. That was really awesome. Um, Anything else to say here? Let me look at the very end. I just did a horrible job of reading the lyrics too early. Um, I'm gonna look up solipsism because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Right. Okay. So solipsism from Latin solus, meaning alone, and self. Ipse means self. It's the philosophical idea that only one's mind is sure to exist. So anything outside of your own mind is unsure. That kind of idea. I'm just reading from Wikipedia. But if you apply that to the lyrics, right? Again, the chorus, it echoes in my mind, what's done is done. Your story engulfed by the tide. Paint solipsistic lies to hide the truth. I can't let your memory die. Right? So who's painting solipsistic lies? I think it has to be the self. So it echoes in my mind. I have these memories. I'm creating, I'm going to continue to tell these things to myself, whether they're true or not, solipsistic lies, to hide the truth, that this person is gone. And so it is, I will continue to act as though you are alive and live with you as though you are present, even though you have passed away. That's what that means to me. And yeah, and then you just have that ultra heavy breakdown, and it's freaking awesome. So, y'all, this is really good. I think we spent a lot of time on this one, more than I expected to, but that was really excellent. So, I'd love to hear more from Allt. I'm so thankful by the way, to each and every one of you who watch these, who share suggestions with me, whether you have the ability to do a paid donation request or become a member of the channel, it's $1. But whether you have the ability to do that or not, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you bringing me awesome music like this. So, vocal is got like a perfect batting average. I say that like I have any idea what that means. I don't know anything about baseball. Um, but Vocal has like a perfect average when it comes to sending me stuff. I've enjoyed everything from Vocal, so thank you very, very much as always. But if you want to support the channel, I am trying to get to $50 a month of recurring revenue, and I will scale up the production of content on this channel when we get there. I'd love to do 3 or even 4 reactions a week instead of just 2. I just need to be able to pay the bills, pay my editor, pay my thumbnail artist, etc., in order to like make that make any sense. So let's do it. And I've done enough rambling. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. I'll see you soon.